played them down there. But kind of marching in this building, I think I said, I had the best player, best scorer for sure in the conference in Braxton Reeves, and I can tell you, I can assure you that our game plan was not to let him score the first 11 points. He was, I definitely, it's one of those things, as a coach, you're fired up and you turn it to your teammate, your players, and I was looking at Greg Minor, who had garnered the job of trying to slow him down and not let him touch the ball, and it was later that I realized like Greg did everything he could. That young man just came out, and everybody knowing what was at stake on both ends, and knowing what we were able to do to him down there, he just came out very, very determined to make a stronger effort and be aggressive and have an impact on the game. And it's one of those things I kind of said to the coaches is it's like no one really complains when Iverson scores 40, or when the guy that can really score the ball is able to really get it going or guarding the mic. And at this level in this league and for this season, this time, I mean, Braxton's been that for East Central the same way Adrian. It's like when Adrian scores 25 and 27, it's real easy to say, why they let him catch the ball? Trust me, they won't let him. He's just that good on many nights. And so they got off to a really hot start. And man, it was catch up the whole time. Again, you can be nitpicky and you can kind of want to fight the competitiveness, but I did think the guys did a really good job of not just laying down, and there were times where we were able to close that gap even early on in the game. At one point at the media or second media, it was 20-14, two-possession game, if you hit a couple threes, and so it was like that quick start to the game, though, did really set the tempo for what their plan was to attack what we were able to do successfully down there defensively against them. And they were phenomenal. They played really well. They played like a team that was fighting for a championship first place finish. But we did get some good performances. Again, the guys were down. I think there was a little bit of a feeling like, okay, man, it's over with now. What are we going to do? And it was really tough coming out of that SWOSU game because, again, we understood we controlled our own destiny, but we had to go out and perform. We had to go out and win. And it just kind of starts that thing. There's twice, I told the guys and my staff, but we talked about it, there's twice this year as we kind of try to get to know each other and build, and I've said good and bad things, and where we were as a team, that we got to that 500, platform. We're 8-8 when we go play after we beat East Central. And the one thing I reminded my staff, it's a reminder to me, and I reminded the guys, is you forget sometimes the work that you put in to get there, to be on top, and to compete at a certain level, and then boom, we had a little slide. Well, we battled back to get to 11-11, and you start to feel really good about yourself. But again, you start to kind of, it feels good to be praised. It feels good to perform and things are going your way. But what you can't forget is the work that it took to get there, whether it be early mornings or shooting a little bit extra. And so to me, that says maturity, and as a program and individuals, that's what you're always striving to attain with these young people. But what I would say, that though we after the East Central game on Thursday, then we headed down to OBU, and again, we're not missing again. Yeah, so that's right. Then we head down to OBU, and again, no different than SWOSU. Statistically, you're playing, winning record-wise, one of the teams that hadn't had a great year. And I told the guys, I'd say to anyone, we're a better team, talent-wise, all that kind of stuff. But you still have to go out and win, and you go against teams that have maybe a little less to play for. We watched about the first 10 minutes of the OBU game just yesterday to put it behind us, and then we watched the first 5 minutes of the second half, and like I told our guys, they didn't want to win. We're up 8 at halftime. They didn't want to win. It's been a long year for them, so on and so forth. But in that second half, we weren't able to, go sideline and on the floor, come out with the right energy to kind of step on their neck, and that's kind of what I said in the locker room. If we don't, even the same thing was against Southwest, if we don't come out aggressive and step on them, all of a sudden you allow other factors to come into play, whether it be a crazy long shot that's contested that goes in, or a missed assignment on defense that starts to snowpile. And one of the things we struggle with is what we worked on is finishing games, finishing halves, and making sure we have the right energy. So, you know, it was a tough loss. I think that as you come down the stretch, all those seniors, those guys that you know, and Adrian Miley, who's been here for 5 years, you guys have gotten to know and grow and really get to know him, and even the transfer kids in Austin and DeAndre, you know, it starts to hit home, hey, you know, it's coming to an end, and it's a tough realization. But you know, our message to them, they asked me, you know, today the school paper, it's not over. You know, there is still an opportunity, you know, to look at some postseason play, but we have to take care of business, and you can't feel sorry for yourselves. We need to win 2, and Henderson needs to lose the next 2. But one of those wins and one of their losses is against us on Thursday night. So all we can do is, again, is focus, compete. I told those guys, you know, the thing that's going to say the most about how we're going to finish at home, in front of our friends, our family. It's senior night on Saturday. I mean, there's a lot of things going on. It's Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday's practice. You know, if you're up, if the energy's up, if your voices are going, you know, then we're setting ourselves up to play the way that we need to play. But they are fired up. They know, you know, they want to win, they want to compete, and so we were right at it yesterday, as hard as ever. And we're excited. Again, Saturday, we played Sunday, we play Henderson. They're very tough. They've had some changes, but you will see, and I think this will be the first time this year of all the home games, you'll see probably the most athletic team that we played all year. And they got a little bit of shooting, but athletically they're really good. And they pressure, they just try and take you out of everything, no real rhyme or reason. And if you succumb to that pressure, it could be a long night. And then on Saturday against Washington, who, you know, a team that started after Christmas we had down, and we weren't able to close that out on the road. They've been playing really well since then. More senior heavy, guard heavy team, not bigger than us by any stretch, but well coached, well disciplined, and you know, we're going to have to take the results from Thursday night and again regroup for a Saturday afternoon game where we're trying to honor our seniors and our fans just for the last home game. Shouldn't be the last game of the year for us if we take care of business this week, but it's the last home game in Pittsville, and you know, we just want to make sure we honor, put an effort out there and a focus to honor the support that we've gotten all year. Other than that, this is the time of the year where, you know, even with everything going on, recruiting really kind of starts to pick up, and so there's a ton of names, there's a ton of moving parts. But you know, I've told my staff and told myself, even though we have to start entertaining all those things, our number one focus has to be on finishing. And that's as big a recruiting tool as anything. And so that's kind of where we're at, but we're definitely excited to be at home. I'd rather be playing our last 2 games, obviously here, than on the road. And so excited to hopefully have everybody out for both the boys and girls games, and let's make it crazy one more time. Any questions?
Looks like to make the playoffs, you got to win out in Henderson.
Does anyone else have a question? No, just kidding. Yes, sir.
Right, Henderson has to lose out, you have to win out. What's the tiebreaker?
We beat SWAZU or OBU, we own the tiebreaker against Henderson and Washington. Some other teams that were 2 games ahead of us, kind of in the conversation, Southern Arc, they actually owned it against us. So we realized early that Henderson was the one, because we beat East Central and they didn't. And then they, though they had a hot start of their season, they're 3-10. 3-11 since they played us. Vice versa, you know, as I want to remind our guys, we're 7-6 since that time, and so we played good basketball. It's about finishing, but they dropped some games against the top seeded guys, and that's the only tiebreaker that I know we have with anyone that we could catch. So beating needing to now beat them and needing NWOSU to win on their senior night on Saturday or senior on that afternoon is kind of the kicker. If we were able to beat NWOSU and or OBU, then we would have just needed to still win out, but we wouldn't have needed anyone else's help. I'm not great at math, but that's what I came up with. Terry, do you have another question?
No, I'm done.
No, but I would say, and I think these meetings are kind of winding down, but definitely appreciate the opportunity to have lunch and be here and speak and be truthful and all that kind of forthright with everyone that attends. So appreciate you.